Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com. It's bowl season. It's Monday, December 12th, and we're talking bowls right now with Jeff from BMOCwins.com. Yeah, and we're going to talk about an interesting one right now, Army and North Texas. This is the Heart of Dallas Bowl, and it goes on December 27th. It's going to be in Texas, so I guess maybe North Texas has a regional edge here. Now, these two teams did play already once this year, Mike Brenner, and it was a wacky game, right? North Texas actually beat Army pretty handily, yeah, but it was a wacky game. There were 4 interceptions for an Army team that rarely even passes, and 3 fumbles. So turnovers were huge in that one.
And the weather was a big factor in that game as well.
So obviously, that you don't want to look at that and think that North Texas is going to blow them out again. But you might look at that and think that they can hang pretty close. Army is a 10-point favorite, and Army the win against Navy was super impressive. Yeah. But for most of the year, they weren't a necessarily dominant team. They probably get the win here, but is 10 points too many? I don't know. You have anything to say about this one, Mike Brenner?
I do. I kind of think North Texas has the edge here with the points because Army, they had that big game against Navy Saturday, and that's their Super Bowl. That takes a lot out of them, and albeit Navy was without most of their weapons still, I don't know if that quenched Army's thirst. Here we go. We got another rematch with North Texas. I don't know, but that's why we go to Big Man. I'm dying to hear what he's got to say on this one.
It was their Super Bowl, but there's also a lot of time in between to sort of forget about it and refocus and recenter. Yes. Jeff from BMOCwins.com, Army, a 10-point favorite, totals 49. What's your take on this one?
Well, first things first, guys, revenge for Army. You guys mentioned it. Lose by 17 in the first game. Like you said, Peter, 7 turnovers for Army. Again, pretty uncharacteristic of any team. You also got to remember they had 9 penalties in that game. What do we say about the military schools, guys? They don't have penalties. They only average about 4 a game, so that was very uncharacteristic as well. Look, they're playing off the win against Navy, which is obviously a big thing. They haven't done that in the last 14 games, so that's obviously big. Question I have is, why is North Texas in a bowl? They're 5-7. They didn't even do what they had to do to get into a bowl. The only reason they're in a bowl is because their academic progress report was higher than the other teams. So that's the only reason they're in. Wow. I guess there's motivation there, but are they really that good to be in a bowl? One other thing, guys, mentally and motivationally. Remember that kid, Brenner Jackson? He passed away. This is the final game of the year, okay? They beat Navy. It's finally starting time to end their season. Now they get a game in revenge, a game in which they're playing a team that was horrible all year against the run. This North Texas team, 5.1 yards a carry they allowed. Good for, I think it was like 115th in the country. Gave up over 219 yards per game. And you look at their wins this year for North Texas. Bethune-Cookman, Rice, Marshall, Army, and Southern Miss. All of their losses this year for North Texas were by 14 or more points. They got blown out in all their losses. I just think this is a great spot for Army to come back in revenge, plan for a fallen comrade, to batter a team in North Texas that does not belong in a bowl game. And I think we're going to see why. This is like a 34-17 type of game. I think this 5th rated in the country Army defense, which, by the way, guys, is fantastic. They're going to shut down North Texas, and that option's going to be running.
All right, fair enough. I mean, North Texas, if they're motivated, they do have a bunch of weeks here to prep for the Army game, but, maybe they're not that motivated to give a maximum effort against the option.
Hey, before I jump in here, guys, weren't both of you on the under an Army and Navy?
I was. I don't know.
But didn't you say, hey, usually when you and him are on the same side, you guys cash on an under?
That was another game. I don't think I reviewed that game, but I actually had Army myself. So
okay, all right. I don't know why I was thinking that, not to throw anything off. I like the breakdown, and when that emotional edge, Pete, when you're playing for a fallen comrade, it is the last game. And remember how emotional they got up when it first happened. I like that breakdown, big man. That's giving me another angle to take a look at.
Okay, Army -10. Jeff from BMOCwins.com. Give a quick plug for your website.
Yeah, off my biggest win of the year in the NFL yesterday, Vikings. I do play the NFL guys a little bit. Also doing really well in college basketball. 61% up, almost 8 units for the year. Come over and take a look at what I'm doing. Bowl season's coming fast and furious. You guys know if you followed my videos last year, I know what I'm doing in the bowl season. Big plays coming up over at BMOCwins.com.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, big man.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.